Last time on Me Gusta, we got our hands dirty making mouth-watering coleslaw and revealed the secreto ingredient to Eric's spicy sauce. Catch that episode here. This week, Eric is back and we're frying up some fish to finish off our Baja fish tacos.
Next, we're making a dredge for our fish before we batter the fish, and it's also going to double as our beer batter.
Okay.
So to make a dredge, it goes like this. It's 50-50. This is 3 cups AP flour by 3 cups of fresh masa. There. We're going to add a bunch of salt. It's kosher salt, a lot of it. A good amount of black pepper. Teaspoon or so of cumin, just a little, not too much. Also, we're going to use garlic, granulated garlic, about a half teaspoon or a teaspoon of that. Finally, paprika. This is smoked paprika, Spanish smoked paprika, and put it in there like that. Then we just mix it up. Real easy. Give this a good mix. And this is what we're going to actually make. We're going to coat the fish in this before we fry it. Then we go from this into the beer batter into the oil.
Perfect.
But this is also going to double as our flour for our beer batter. We're going to make that one now. All right, I'm going to need your assistance on the flour. You're going to rein the flour in as I do the beer. First, we got to open a beer. Take my knife honer. Open her up like that.
Nice.
You gotta get creative in the kitchen whenever there's beer around.
Yeah.
First one to open it and drink it wins.
If you're in a good mood when you cook, the food tastes better, right?
That's true.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely. All right. So it's 12 ounces of beer.
That's 12 ounces right there. 12 ounces.
Yeah, one whole bottle, and then you're gonna rein it in as I mix. So what you're gonna do is just take this like this and just give me.
Okay.
Just give me like that, and I'm gonna mix it up with my hands.
Okay.
Now I like to mix batter with my hands because it doesn't break up all the starch in the flour. So I would not like a really smooth batter. What I like to do is mix it with my hands.
And what's the reining process all about? Instead of just dumping the whole thing.
So if you dumped it all at once, it would have a big glob of flour, and you would spend twice the time breaking the flour down than if you just slowly add it in.
Okay.
And some people would add the beer to the flour, but I like to do it this way because I can really tell where the batter's at.
That makes sense. You can tell if the batter's too thick or too thin.
And the hands are the best tools as long as they're clean. All right, get aggressive. Let's get a big old handful in there.
All right, I have little tiny hands.
Yeah, you got my reining was a lot faster than your reining.
I have a little tiny hand.
So now what we're looking for is
that good?
A pancake batter consistency.
Okay.
You think we're close? I think a little more.
I think a little more.
Just a touch more.
Okay.
So then we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes in the cooler. And
so
if it
pancake consistency.
Yeah, pancake batter consistency, just like that. And then we'll go into this pan here. I had it right here. And we'll just put this into the fridge until we're ready for it. Probably a few minutes. Just like that. Now, if you need to make it more thin, we'll just add a little more beer to it later. This is local rock cod. A rock cod is a bunch of different fish that they label rock cod, but they're basically local rock fish. I bought this one in whole. And you can have them fillet it at the market, scale it and fillet it. This is scaled and filleted.
Perfect.
So now what we're going to do is cut the skin off. Starting at the tail end. We're going to make a little back cut so you have something to hold on to.
That's smart.
And then you're going to just peel it back, letting the knife do the work. Right for frying. So these are going to fit inside a taco. So I want them to do these little portions like that. So I cut them on a hard bias, and bring it come down like this. All right, after the fish is cut, what we're going to do is add it to the flour. This is a heavily seasoned flour, right? We did the salt, pepper, paprika, garlic.
In here.
So what I do is instead of seasoning the fish here, I'm going to add to the seasoned flour. So it goes into the flour. You just want to cover it up.
And that makes a crispier fish because...
The reason why we don't season the fish prior to going in the flour is because when you actually season with salt, the nature of salt is that it's going to draw out moisture, and the enemy of anything deliciously fried is moisture.
Right.
The more moisture you have present, you'll have soggy fish and chips, soggy tacos,
Right.
soggy chicken wings. We don't want soggy. We want crispy everything. So I don't season the fish. I season the flour and the batter very heavy.
Smart. Okay.
Alright, so I've taken the batter, transferred to this medium-sized pan. This is called a 6-pan, but I like to use a deep-sided pan for this reason. As you put the fish in, you're going to want to knock off any of the excess batter back into the pan. So if you were overflowing with batter,
Yes.
you'd have a big battery mess on your hands. You can add a bunch of this fish here. The temperature of the oil right now is at about 375.
Okay.
The pot, the oil is going to go down in temperature, but that's okay. We want the temperature around 350 when we're actually getting the frying done.
Okay.
So what you do here is, it's a steep pan. You want to you can knock the sides off just like that, get rid of all excess. And what you do when you fry this stuff, you want to hold this for about 10 seconds each. See how it's kind of going to fry one end and the other, it's going to prevent it from sticking to the bottom.
Sure.
And sticking together. So now you got one going. And when you add them slowly like this, the temperature of the oil is not going to change so much. It's if you threw them all in there at one time, the temperature would go down to 250 and we'd have a hard time getting this all crispy and good.
Right.
So a little bit at a time.
This gives them more control.
Yep. And so you can see it puffing up there. And you'll know when they're done frying because they'll stop bubbling. And that's the sign that the moisture has been cooked out of the fish and it's no longer...
If they start bubbling, that's a sign
if it
that...
stops bubbling, that means you want to pull that piece of fish out. There you go.
Oh, that looks perfect.
Yep. And the temperature of the oil staying strong.
At 350?
Yeah.
No,
if it's anywhere between 375 and
375.
380, we're good. But if we start to drop below 300, we're in deep trouble. We're gonna finish the plate. 3 taco special right here.
Okay.
So we're gonna go one in the middle.
With our homemade tortillas?
Homemade tortillas, yeah. One in the middle, one on the side. You want to build them up kind of like this, yeah?
Okay.
And we're gonna add 1 piece of fish.
Okay.
I like to just smash it a little bit.
All right.
It gives more texture.
Smash the fish?
Yeah, just kind of break it down a little bit.
Okay.
And then, perfect. You know what we're gonna do is take the secret sauce.
Okay.
We have not revealed the ingredient yet. This goes right on top. And I build them off the plate so they don't make a big mess on the plate.
Okay.
So then we're gonna go like this. A little bit of slaw. Just go like that. Just like that. We're gonna garnish each taco with 2 radishes and one jalapeno. 2 radishes, 1 jalapeno each. See that? And this guy goes here.
Beautiful.
How many of you will be making these delicious fish tacos? Let me know. Next week, Jamie returns to finish off her series with the Dining Co. We'll learn how to make yummy margaritas that go perfectly with our tacos. See you then.
Yay.
It's good.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.